Healing Light. This is your boy Iman here with another Goddess Isis transmission for today. It is June 6th, 2026. Interestingly enough. So we're just going to jump right on in and see what the cards. I am using Alana Fairchild's Isis Oracle deck. So the card that came out today is the Goddess of 10,000 Names. So I am going to do a brief pulling on these, but let's go ahead and read first what the book has to say on this oracle. Isis, with many names, forms, associations, and expressions, is referred to as the Goddess of 10,000 Names. A name holds power. It defines and energizes or limits. The name, faces, and roles that you play are just one part of your being. You exist beyond them. Beloved initiate, as a vast being, you are currently realizing that you are not limited by previous identities you held. Instead, you are becoming more of your whole self, enjoying the uncovering of more of you. Pull some cards out. All right, so the two cards that came out is the Six of Cups and the Chariot card. I'm using the modern deck. So this is a pulling of nostalgia, the Six of Cups. This is a wanting and remembering the old times, remembering the good times. And then the Chariot, moving forward and going towards something else and building something else. And so there could be, what I'm feeling here is the contradiction, or what this may be calling to is a contradiction between your old self and your new self and who you're stepping into. And that's exactly what this particular card is talking to about the Goddess of 10,000 Names. It is about not being stuck in old patterns or old identity patterns of yourself. I think especially in the spiritual community, we get to a point where we learn so much knowledge and we give ourselves names, or we align ourselves with things, and then sometimes we get stuck and stagnant in that place. And so this card is calling to the fact that you are, yes, those things, but just as so Isis is the Goddess of 10,000 Names, those of us who are initiates of hers have the ability to ascend beyond just one particular thing. And it is just calling to the need to not get stuck, to be so attached to what we identify as or who we align ourselves with. Okay, she wants to come out reverse. And then the Sun card came out, and then the Prince of Wands in reverse, right? So, and in this deck, I love this deck because this deck is the journalist. In the modern deck, this card is the journalist, the Prince of Wands. And so when you think of a journalist, you think of someone that's in the limelight. They have pull, they have connect, they have their own spin on things. And this with the Sun here revealing that in reverse, for me, what I am getting is that there is a revealing of a different side of you, that you no longer, this Prince of Wands energy no longer fits or aligns with what you're doing or where you're going or where you're trying to be next. So again, just reiterating the same aspect of the Goddess of 10,000 Names by not being stuck and not being stagnant or being pushed or trying to put yourself in a box, because when you think about it, you can't put the creator in a box. It is all things. It is beyond something that you can put into words or even just. That's why we all have our different interpretations of our experience with spirit or the creator or even the algorithm of life, if you want to take it there. We all have our different experiences, and we all are attracted to different containers, and that's okay. That is the many faces and attributes of the creator, or whatever you want to call it. That is the many faces, the many attributes. It is the all, it is the being. father was a pastor. So I used to hear a lot about God being omnipresent, omnipotent, omnipotent. So if he's everywhere and everything, you can't subtract. He is never not in a space, right? There, or I'm using he in this for those of you who understand that container. Some of us, and again, so if this thing is omnipresent, omnipotent, and everything, why isn't it you have to come to a realization or a understanding that it is within yourself as well? And when you look in the mirror, you are seeing just that, a reflection of the divine and the creator in your experience outwardly in the world. Rest quietly in a space where you will not be disturbed and close your eyes. Follow your breathing into your heart space and be aware of the vast space there. Rest in that space. Say, I open to receive in unconditional love, the spiritual name that will help me this day as I grow into conscious realization of more of my vast divine self. Be in your heart and imagine that through the vastness of that inner space, lights and sound is weaving towards you in a unique pattern of color, movement, and geometry. You may hear, sense, or feel a name, sound, or a pattern that may be hidden underneath your level of conscious awareness, which is fine too. Just let it come to you obviously or subtly as it wishes for you to and serve you best. All right. So that's just a very quick ISIS ritual that you can do or that you can partake in. And you don't have to, like, when people recommend rituals, like, you have to obviously make these things your own. The best rituals, the best work that you can do will come from your own mind and your own creation. You can find frameworks, but that's just a very simple and easy ritual that you can do to bring forth. And just think about it. Think about what your next accomplishments are. And remember that words and names carry energy. And be mindful of what you align yourself with. Be mindful of what you call yourself. And as my mother always told me, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. Healing Light, I'm out.